Okay, so hello again, everybody, and buenos dias, Alex.
Hola, buenos días. Buenos días, Michael. Buenos días, Nisha. Buenos días a todos.
How are you doing?
I'm all right, thank you, and I hope everybody is fine too.
Yeah, we're good. We were just off air, if I can use that kind of media terminology. We were just talking about the therapeutic nature of colouring, and it sounds as if, Alex, you're still drawing people with stick legs. Is that right?
This is this is exactly how I draw people. I can't go beyond that, I'm afraid.
Oh well, speak to Lee the artist at school as well, because he can help. Have you seen those? There's lots of videos, isn't there, where basically you do like a 10-day thing or a 5-day thing where you basically take your original drawing and it eventually turns into something quite magnificent just through practice.
Do you know, give me an old-fashioned book.
Is our topic today, does it involve stick legs and stick men?
Nothing of that. Actually, today's topic is a very sort of the wall, if you think about what is happening right now. A big topic for GCSEs is the holidays, and this is what we're going to be talking about today. So we started last week. We were looking into the weather that is always linked with the topic of holidays. So the question always is, what was the weather like in Spain, or what's the weather like usually where you live? So today we're going to expand that and add expressions of accommodation. It's quite easy and nice, and hopefully today you will practice your memory. You will be juggling with same words over and over again until you actually get them and you feel confident enough to do some translation. So without further ado, let's go to the lesson. Hola, buenos días. Vamos a empezar, pues bienvenidos a la clase de español número 12. Hoy es martes, el 19 de mayo de 2020. So today we're going to be talking about the holidays, as I mentioned, but en nuestra última clase vimos las estrategias de memorizar las palabras. Meaning, in our previous lesson, última doesn't mean the last one, it means the previous. Previous lesson vimos las estrategias, so the strategies de memorizar, memorizing the words, las palabras. So we were looking at how to memorize the words, what strategy works for you, what type of techniques works for you. And we were looking at creating a mind map with the words linked to the weather. So we looked at the words such as hace calor, hace frío, llueve, nieva, hay una tormenta, está nublado. And we pointed out that the words of the weather in Spanish work in a slightly different way to the same expressions in English. I mentioned that we don't always translate word for word. So in Spanish, you never say it is hot. In Spain, it does hot. So when you memorize an expression, you need to memorize it the way it is. Never translate the expression word for word. Anyway, well, let's move on to today's lesson. ¿Qué vamos a hacer hoy? Means, what are we going to do today? Hoy vamos a aprender los lugares del alojamiento. Meaning, today we are going to learn the places of accommodation, meaning on holiday. And as I mentioned at the beginning, holiday topic is massive. It falls for the theme 2 for your GCSEs in AQA, and it's a topic 4. It's an easy topic for you to talk about because everybody usually goes on holiday. Well, usually people used to go on holiday. We don't know what's going to happen, but it is something that we all have an experience of. That's why this topic is actually so important, because there are lots of things you can talk about. So you can talk about, you can really develop the past tense. I went, I saw, I visited. You can say what you are thinking of doing in the future. So, voy a ver, I'm going to see. Voy a ir, I'm going to go. Voy a viajar, I'm going to travel. You can describe places using a variety of adjectives. You can describe the weather using the expressions. You can name lots of places, transport. Here you can really shine with this topic. So today the question is, ¿Dónde te alojaste? Where did you stay? Alojarse is to stay. It's a reflexive verb, but in the past tense, it sounds like this. ¿Dónde te alojaste? The teacher might just as well ask you that question. Where did you stay? ¿Dónde te alojaste? Alternative word for the same question is ¿Dónde te quedaste? It's a synonym. ¿Dónde te quedaste? Where did you stay? Quedarse, to stay. So two words for the same thing, to stay. Alojarse, quedarse. So again, ¿Dónde te alojaste? ¿Dónde te quedaste? And we're going to look at the variety of answers. Always, I'm going to link the answers with the word me alojé. So stay and pay attention. Repeat with me in the corner of your room. Me alojé en un hotel. Me alojé en un hotel. So I stayed in a hotel. Simple answer. Me alojé en un hotel. Next one, siguiente. Me alojé en un hotel de 4 estrellas. So as you can see, it's a bit of a better standard of a hotel, 4-star hotel. In Spanish, un hotel de 4 estrellas. All together, me alojé en un hotel de 4 estrellas. Siguiente. Me alojé en un camping, en una tienda de campaña. Lots of words here, but what it specifies is that you can stay at the campsite, which in Spanish is called camping. They stole the English word. And to be precise, you can say en una tienda de campaña, which literally means a tent. So altogether, me alojé en un camping, en una tienda de campaña. Siguiente. Me alojé en un albergue juvenil. So, youth hostel, many students don't know what a youth hostel is. It's a kind of a cheap hotel with rooms for more than just 2 or 3 or 4 people. It's very popular with students. They are very cheap, and usually you don't spend many nights in there. So you just put your head down for 1 night, for 2 nights, and off you go if you are continuing your journey. It's quite common, that kind of accommodation in Spain. If you are travel around Spain, you will see that quite often. So again, me alojé en un albergue juvenil. All the words I'm giving you here today are obviously from GCSE's AQA. And although if you like, why should I know the youth hostel? It is definitely one word that will crop in your reading assessment. So it's really worth knowing it. Me alojé en un parador. Me alojé en un parador. So again, I stayed in un parador. Again, one of these words that are not very common, and you will never see this in English because this kind of hotels doesn't exist in England. It's a luxurious hotel in Spain. There used to be castles or monasteries that they have been converted by the state into fabulous hotels. And you need to simply know the word, un parador. So, me alojé en un parador. So if you, in your reading assessment, you will see somebody, me alojé en un parador, you will know what kind of place they are referring themselves to. Siguiente. Me alojé en un chalet. Me alojé en un chalet. Un chalet is a holiday home, a villa, a cottage. Something that you would hire as a family to stay in for a duration of a week or 2. Un chalet. Me alojé en un chalet. Siguiente. Me alojé en una pensión. Me alojé en una pensión. So, una pensión is what we understand by the B&B or a guest house in England. So, una pensión is where you would go into someone's apartment, into someone's house, and they obviously rent the room for the night or for a couple of nights for you. Often the breakfast would be included. So that is called una pensión. Again, me alojé en una pensión. Siguiente. Me alojé en una caravana. Me alojé en una caravana. Una caravana is a camper van. What in England you understand by the caravan, it is seldom seen in Spain. It actually virtually it doesn't exist. I've never seen that in my life. Caravana is either a camper van or a trailer that you attach to your car. So if somebody offers you a holiday in una caravana, that's what they mean. All right, you're not going to be stuck in what you understand a caravan in England. So una caravana. Siguiente. Me alojé en un piso de alquiler. Me alojé en un piso de alquiler. And un piso is a flat. You will know that from the other topic in Spanish, the topic of accommodation. And un piso de alquiler is literally means of the flat for rental. But what you mean by that is an apartment for holiday. So if somebody says that we've been in un piso de alquiler, means they simply hired a flat for some time for their holiday. Me alojé en un piso de alquiler. Well, let's gather our information. Those were 10 words that are the key words of accommodation in Spanish. So, un hotel de 4 estrellas, un camping, una tienda de campaña, un albergue juvenil, un chalet, un parador, una pensión, una caravana, un piso de alquiler. So those are the words, and I hope you remember them. So look at this. You knew exactly what they meant. Well, let's see whether we can now link them together with me alojé, and we can practice. So how would you say I stayed in a hotel? Me alojé en un hotel. How would you say I stayed in a 4-star hotel? Me alojé en un hotel de 4 estrellas. How would you say I stayed in a campsite? Me alojé en un camping. I stayed in a tent. Me alojé en una tienda de campaña. I stayed in a villa. Me alojé en un albergue. Sorry, you've hosted. Me alojé en un albergue juvenil. Now villa. Me alojé en un chalet. A luxurious hotel. Remember that kind of hotels that you don't have in England. Me alojé en un parador. Guest house. Me alojé en una pensión. A camper van. Me alojé en una caravana. And the apartment. Me alojé en un piso de alquiler. Muy bien, chicos. Well done. Now there are a few more words that I wanted to point out today too, and those words are some words that appear in the GCSE's core vocabulary. They are related to holidays. They would usually appear with the problems you might encounter on holidays. So let's say, the hotel didn't have a single room, or the hotel didn't have a double beds, or there was no toilet paper in the campsite accommodations. So these are the words that you will find. La habitación individual. And while you're seeing these words, please try to guess what they could possibly mean. So, la habitación individual. An habitación doesn't mean habitat. It's a room. So, la habitación individual. La habitación doble. La cama de matrimonio. El comedor. El cuarto de baño. La piscina. La recepción. El restaurante. El saco de dormir. El abrelatas. El bañador. Las maletas. El papel higiénico. So these are the 13 extra words that I wanted to include in this lesson that you need to link with the topic of holidays as well. So, la habitación individual, you probably guessed that right. It's a single room. La habitación doble would be a double room. La cama de matrimonio, if you remember the word cama, and if you remember matrimonio as marriage from your topic of relationships, you will guess that it's a double bed, like a marriage bed. That's how they call it in Spain, la cama de matrimonio. El comedor is nothing else but the diner. El cuarto de baño is a bathroom. La piscina. If you've been on holiday in Spain, then you definitely know that this word means nothing else but the swimming pool. La recepción. La recepción, easy to guess, reception. El restaurante, claro, of course, restaurant. El saco de dormir. If you know the word dormir, which means to sleep, it makes it a sleeping bag. There's the bag in which you sleep. El abrelatas. There's no way anyone could guess what it means. Tin opener. It's a very strange word. Abrelatas. The one, something that opens the tins. Say it. El bañador. Bañador is a swimming costume or trunks. It could apply for both, for male and female. Las maletas, suitcases. And the last one, el papel higiénico, is a toilet roll. So if you know the word papel, paper, higiénico is a hygienic paper. The paper that keeps you in a good hygiene, so toilet roll. So these words would be linked to your holiday topics as well. And let's have a look. Now we're going to look at the same words with adding the word tenía, it had, or the word había, there was. Because knowing these two words now, you are going to describe what there was or what there wasn't. Easy. So by adding tenía, había, you are showing your examiner that you know the past tense, that you know how to say it had or there was. So you're scoring extra point because you are saying that confidently, describing the place and using the past tense. Amazing. Good for you. So, en el hotel había la habitación individual. En el hotel había la habitación doble. En el hotel había la cama de matrimonio. En el hotel había el comedor. En el hotel había el cuarto de baño. En el hotel había la piscina. En el hotel había la recepción. En el hotel había el restaurante. Oh, you might not link it with the hotel, but let's say en la tienda de campaña había el saco de dormir, which would be in the tent there was a sleeping bag. O la tienda de campaña tenía, had el saco de dormir. En el hotel había el abrelatas. There was a tin opener. Bañador, swimming costume. I could say, yo tenía el bañador. I had the swimming costume. Yo tenía, I had las maletas. Yo tenía el papel higiénico. So remember all these words. So what there was. So from this slide, you should take the word había and tenía. There was and it had, or I had as well. So with knowing the words, knowing the vocab, and knowing two extra verbs allows you to say so much more about the place of holiday and allows you to score so many more points for your speaking. This would be the example of the translation. So if you were ever to translate sentences to do with the holidays, so la habitación tenía una cama de matrimonio. Easy to guess what it means. Now we've done the revision of the words. So en la pensión no había restaurante. En el piso de alquiler había papel higiénico y abrelatas. So these would be kind of examples of sentences that you might encounter in your translation assessment as well. So that's it really from me, because now we have come to the end of the slides, and we've introduced all the vocab that you need to know to do with the accommodation and things related to holidays that GCSEs lays out for you. So yo voy a decir muchísimas gracias. Please revise. Only through knowing your vocab you can shine in your exams. There is no really other strategy but that. So in order to revise these words and make yourself more familiar with them and more fluent with them, use the Quizlet set that is going to be attached at the end of this lesson. And that's it from me. Muchísimas gracias. Hasta luego. Adiós.
Hasta luego. Thank you so much. What does the day entail for you now, Alex?
Well, now I need to prepare more lessons for my students at school, and we need to go and see what my children are doing.
Yeah. Well, hopefully all is well downstairs. That's what I hope for. But thank you so much. Muchas gracias. It's genuinely, really nice, really useful. I kind of do it as an English teacher. I kind of look at some of the Latin of some of the words to try and work it out, just every now and again. But I do love the way things sometimes directly translate. That does make you giggle.
And I am always very tempted to test you after that. How do you say the apartment in Spanish?
You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. So I know chalet obviously is the small village, and I like the matrimony bed one. The matrimony bed and hygienic toilet paper. The hygienic paper. I like that. That's quite funny.
Hygienic paper. It makes sense, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, it does. Of course it does. Yeah, of course it does. But thank you so very much. It's a real pleasure to be able to listen and learn from you. So thank you.
Thank you very much for hosting. Have a lovely day, everybody. Goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye. Hasta luego.
Hasta luego, chicos. Adiós.
So, Nish, we are now, unfortunately, at the end of our day. So there is no better way to end a streaming school day than to have you on screen explain to everybody what they should do next in order to revise further.
All right, cool. So as Alex mentioned, there is a Quizlet task that she has sent through that I will be putting up in the descriptions on Facebook and on YouTube. If you want to catch up on any of the videos, any previous Spanish videos or English videos, or any other sessions we've had throughout the time of streaming school, you can catch them on Facebook and YouTube as well, and on the streaming school website. I'll put all the details to log into that on Facebook and YouTube.
Amazing. Thank you so very, very much indeed. I am with you again Thursday as helping you to host, and then my next session will be on Friday. Guys, it's a pleasure. Nish, always lovely. Thank you so much.
Always lovely.